My name is Alex Wong. I graduated from Melbourne Uni in Australia, and I specialized in accounting and finance. I got my chartered practicing accounting in year 2002. In Intune, I run the business development segment. I'm also a certified partner accounting running with my wife. My wife is actually the other partner that runs the firm.
My name is Yong. I'm graduated with a corporate finance degree from University of Adelaide, Australia. My first job is with 𝗟𝗃, an accounting firm, for 5 years. Then I moved on to manage an internal audit department for an Australian listed company. I'm a member of Certified Practicing Accountant Australia and also a member of Malaysian Institute of Accountants. So in Intune, I am the managing partner. I take care of the sales, business development, and also overseeing the operations at Intune. So I've been a practicing accountant for the last 20 over years.
The company was started long time ago when I was still with KPMG. So during that time, I got a lot of friends who are having complication and stress when they run business. And most of their challenge is they cannot hire an accountant. So as a result, they always only hire maybe a clerk or an exec. A lot of time they have a lot of issues with their finance, payment, sometimes the money get lost, sometimes the accounts don't close in time, payment is not done in time. So the time when they wanted to hire me, then I was thinking, how are they going to pay me? Like if they were to hire me and I charge them 10,000 for SME, how can they afford me? So I went back and I think, and then one day I got this idea. This idea just popped up. If 5 of them combine, each one maybe pay me 3,000 a month, then I can serve 5 of them at one shot. I become like a HQ accountant to 5 of them. Then I can assemble a team to actually support them, and that's how Intune was formed. In terms of the company, our team structure is divided into sales and operation. So the sales is very simple. We serve our client by understanding their need, and then we provide them the solution. In terms of the operation, is divided into 2 segments currently. We have the finance, which take care of the day-to-day accounting for our client, from payment to preparing the financial statement. Another team that we have is doing the HR and payroll service to ensure that the day-to-day of the salary and remuneration, including compliance, are taken care of. As an accountant, as a service provider, we need to be able to sync along, tune into the processes of our client and customize. For example, maybe a manufacturing client would be very different from a trading client. So Intune means as a provider, we are tuning into their needs and requirements.
The vision of Intune is to be the leading finance and human resource outsourcing provider in Malaysia. In this vision, we want to create financially driven entrepreneurs and businesses who runs their business based on numbers, analytics in driving their business to their goals. The mission of Intune is to support every small medium enterprises becoming large by being their strong finance and HR pillars for their businesses. This means that we are providing them a team of knowledgeable professionals with strong processes and workflow to support them in their growth journey becoming large. There are 3 main types of services being provided at Intune. Number 1 is the finance, number 2 is the human resource, and number 3 is the consultancy. So in terms of finance, so what we do is that we do the everyday accounting and finance functions for our small medium enterprises clients, like preparing payments, even issuing invoice, official receipts, reconciling their sales collection on an everyday basis, up to giving them a financial dashboards and accounts every month, up to on a half-yearly basis to sit with them and review their financial dashboards, and at the end of the year to take care of their audit and taxes on their behalf. That's on the finance side. So the second type of service that we provide for our client is human resource related, which means we take care of their payroll. We make sure that the payrolls are calculated correctly, accurately, on time, and in compliance with all labor laws, EPF, SOCSO, etc. And then taking care of the leave for their staff, and making sure that at year end, all the forms, all the compliance matters with Income Tax Office is complied with. So in terms of HR, we also assist our clients to issue HR related letters, like when a new staff come on board, to give them the employment letter, when they confirm, and if there's any increase in salary, bonus, we help them out with all those pay.
Hello everyone out there. Good evening. A very good Tuesday evening to all of you. Yes, today we are in Tune. We are having our business series, and we have two exciting guests that we would like to feature. But before that, I will be here with my co-host Alex, also my business partner. Prior to him coming in, just a quick, my name is Lily. I'm an entrepreneur and also a chartered accountant. Alex and myself co-founded Intune Outsourcing 14 years ago, and Intune is a finance and HR outsourcing firm. We run this series to feature the business series to feature our clients, and our clients are mainly in the SME sectors, and we believe that by sharing their experiences, their knowledge, etc., we'll be able to learn from each other. It's a learning platform, and also to inspire people out there to hop on this entrepreneurial journey, and also learning about the specific areas of expertise. Yes. Yeah. And then Alex, where are you, Alex?
Hi. Thank you for joining
Hi.
us tonight. Well, Lily has already introduced the firm. I'm the other founder that help. I focus mainly on the business development side, and I'm pleased to. It's very exciting tonight. Although it's a dark night, we can hear a lot of drones flying in the air. Right outside, I can hear drones. So without further ado, let's introduce, Lily. Let's give a bit of sneak peek about this drone specialist that we have.
Yes. So today we are featuring one of our very special client, AECA Solutions. So AECA Solutions is a company recognized for their work in underwater, aerial photography and videography. AECA's impressive clientele includes the Selangor government, Petronas, Felcra, Tenaga Nasional Berhad, and many more. Our topic focuses on the use of drone in various industries and the applications from field surveying to data capture and data analytics. And then, yes, Alex, let's welcome in and bring on stage the CEO of AECA Solutions, Tengku Erina Tengku Nasruddin, and the COO, Encik Khairul Ariffin. Please put our hands together to welcome them.
Thank you very much, Lily.
Hello.
Thank you, Lily and Alex. Hi.
And Alex too.
Yes.
Thank you for having us tonight.
You are most welcome. You are most welcome. I think this is a sharing platform. It's an education platform. Let's learn from each other and inspire others. Yeah. So without further ado, and how are you today? And perhaps you'd like to warm up by letting the audience know a little bit about yourself and your company.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Lily. So my name is Tengku Erina Tengku Nasruddin. So I graduated from University of Tenaga Nasional in Bachelor's of IT before earning my credential of readiness from Harvard Business School, and currently pursuing my certificate of specialization in strategy from Harvard Business School as well. So my business exposure in corporate world started when I was working in 𝗟𝗶𝗃𝗲 Industrial. I was tasked to sales and marketing for Caterpillar Heavy Machineries, mind you. It's a male-dominated industry. And then I got promoted to become a mother, which is my full-time job until today. So managing AECA has been my part-time career since end of 2016.
Wow.
Impressive. And then how about you, Encik Arifin?
Hi, thank you. So I studied civil engineering in University Technology Malaysia before graduating from University of Western Michigan. Western Michigan University with a degree in computer science. I worked in the university for a few years before coming back to Malaysia to fulfill the IT demand at that time. So at the same time, I helped run my family business while also becoming a scuba diving instructor. And my passion for photography, aviation, and computing grew stronger, where I founded 2 drone companies prior to AECA Solutions. I'm also one of the panels which include CAM, JUPAM, and MCMC selected by Jabatan Pembangunan Kemahiran under MOHR for the National Occupational Skills Standard (NOS) for drone piloting and operation, and also drone mission commanding level 2 and 3.
Wow. Darling, they are just talking about drones, right? When he said he is also into scuba diving. Later, you also have submarine as part of AECA Solutions.
Yeah, that's in the future.
That was
That's
not in my...
as a drone underwater. Yeah.
I was just having dinner with my children just now, and he was like, "No, Papa, you're having Facebook Live again tonight. Who are you talking to?" I said, "We're talking to a drone spec." He was like, "DJI?" I said, "No, DJI is retail, small stuff. This one is more expensive than all our cars combined together." And then Lily was saying that, the drone average price in the market is $500,000. Then my son George just dropped on the floor. So without further ado, let me show our audience what drones are we talking about here. Wow, it's as if I'm in the cinema watching Iron Man again, When the plane fly out, I was like, oh my God, is it equipping, torpedo inside or missiles inside the plane? That's so
And
cool.
the music, right? So wow.
Yeah, that
So
is so cool.
Thank you.
So I'm just curious, this when we were talking about the tagline, where images move your business. Can you tell us more a bit about your tagline and what got you started on this entrepreneur journey in drone industry?
Okay, our main intention when we started this company back in November 2016 was actually to ensure that every ringgit that our client invests in us, that they will get back at least 5 ringgit in return from these images. We not only captured images for corporates on lands, but underwater and also and aerial too. So the demand for aerial services using unmanned aerial vehicle or UAV, or widely known as drone, was growing multifold. Coupled with the right software and analytics, AECA brings you technology solutions at a fraction of time and cost. That is where my expertise in technical operations and arena corporate strategy synergize.
Interesting.
Right.
Tengku, you got anything to add?
No, I think you said it all.
Okay.
Yeah. How about Encik Arifin? How about your name AECA? Is that an acronym for what's the acronym stands for?
Oh, okay. Actually, when we started, we're thinking what we can do, So, what's our aspiration? So it comes as expired to excel creative agency.
Wow, 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 wow. I didn't know that. Aspire the creative agency. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. So that's meaning and thoughts behind the name and the acronyms. Thank you, thank you. Right, right. So my next question to both of you here is that I understand that every business owner, even myself and the clients that I've worked with, has their ups and downs, have their sunshine and storm moments. In starting their business and also throughout. Now that especially we are, in the COVID-19 period, so there's just numerous challenges. Can you share with us what are some of your sunshine and storms in your journey?
When you mentioned about COVID-19, my heart just like breathing a bit out. It's like almost a nightmare for all of us. I mean, we've been impacted throughout, but we managed to pivot ourselves, pivot the business, and we are where we are today. So just to give you a bit of background and history. So I remember the first time Arifin proposed to me to manage one of his startup companies. So he want me, because I just left 𝗟𝗶𝗃𝗲 at that time. So he want me not to manage it like 𝗟𝗶𝗃𝗲. So I said, I didn't take up the job, And then after a few years later, he brought up the idea again about this drone companies, because he founded two others. They said, okay, I'm gonna open up another one. And then, so can you help manage it for me? And then I reminded him again, it's either my way or the highway. So my point here is the importance of having a clear vision and strategy to get there. You may be a small company, but you must always think that you're gonna grow big. And the pace that you're going is totally up to you. So, but if you're gonna start with, I'm gonna be a small company, I'm gonna be a micro company, you'll forever be there. So, but our stand is how we started the company, how we started AECA in end of 2016 is we can be a small company, but a lean one. So how are we going to do that? And then you can grow big by the revenue, but not necessarily by the size, by the number of people, or by the size of the office. No, we're going to grow by the revenue. So all we need is a solid foundation to build strong structures. So I believe that setting working culture or guiding principles are very important to us to ensure that we continuously have strong and accountable team. I mean, we have been practicing flexible working hours since the company started. We encourage our team members to be resourceful and versatile. I mean, we do not expect them to know everything, but they need to be resourceful enough to look for the answers, because we cannot afford to spoon feed every one of them to give them the answers. So we also empower them and make sure that everyone is involved in decision making within their respective areas, because that is very important. We don't want them to be yes say, like everything what the bosses say is correct. No, we want them to come up with ideas, because we are working with a different generation. I mean, Arifin is another, I'm another, and then we have another new team or Gen X, Y, Z, X, Y, So, I know, we need to complement each other. And so we need to find out what is everyone's strength. So leverage on that. So AECA has adopted many like cloud software and apps in our operations so that everyone can be mobile, but yet productive. So consistent communication among team members and clear business direction are vital to AECA until today. So this is what kept the team together, especially during this COVID situation. You have to work from home, but yet some of the team has to be at the job site and everything. So we have to keep on reminding each other, we are still a team. So don't work alone, don't work in a silo, anything, reach out. So we need to keep the pace. So as leaders, we need to make sure that everyone is in touch, they don't get lost along the way, from working from home. So if it's working hours, we expect you to be contactable. results very important. So like when we started, we don't know accounting that much. I mean, we are all both from computer science and IT background, but we know that accounting is a very, very important part of any businesses. So we were looking for cloud apps and we couldn't find any at that time. And we tried doing it ourselves, and we were very, very blessed that Intune came along and helped us, and that really helped us to move physically and operationally faster. So yeah, I mean, you guys have been there throughout the journey. I mean, you have seen how we have grown throughout this short period of time. So at that time also, I mean, you notice we acknowledge our limitations where seed capital was one of them, like any other SME or micro businesses. So all profits that we gained were reinvested, but we were determined to grow annually, annual turnover by a digit every single year. And we did it. So AECA is so blessed to have strong internal and external teams. I mean, they are really perseverant and they're really good at what they're doing. They're passionate and they're very enthusiastic. So when we presented our financial standings, what you guys have assisted us to the bankers, to the investors, and we were impressed. So these actually helped us to grow faster compared to companies who think that, you know, nobody would see the accounting. You know, this is, you know, we're not good at it. As long as we're making money enough to support our family is good enough. But for us, no. There are so many people out there are expecting our such of good looking accounting book. So yeah, thank you very much. That's how one of the reasons how we are standing stronger today, because of you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. And what I really now, as you were talking, something brought me back in time when I first met you. I remember I shared with my senior manager, Jocelyn, was there. I told her, most of the times the SME starts with just focusing on, okay, let's go and get the sales going, let's go and bring some money in, etc. But what was so different with this new client that we have had back then, AECA, is that they are so professional. And what I remember is that they have their corporate color and even corporate font and the stationaries, and also I've not seen an SME at such an early stage, have all these things ready. So now I understand that when you guys just started, your vision is already big. Yeah, start behaving and carrying yourself like a corporate company. Now I know. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is truly amazing. It's truly amazing. And yes, I shared that with Jocelyn. Yeah.
So it's consistent with our stand that we are here to support every SME to become big. Recently there's a lot of buzz. I've been reading the news about Malaysia and the use of drone in daily application. Even when I tell my son was like, "Huh? You mean drone can do agriculture?" It's like, yeah. The first time I heard it, I was also like blown out of the sky. Security, surveillance, environmental monitoring. What is happening here? What is brewing in the Malaysia international market?
Yeah. So drone is, I think, is changing the landscape and industries in the world right now. So, but what's currently is very popular is actually 3D mapping. So especially in LiDAR data acquisition, because LiDAR, you can have a higher accuracy up to centimeter level, and it's actually faster than the photogrammetry or photo-based 3D mapping, and it is the biggest market in drone industry. And we also see a very huge growth usage in agriculture, as food security is a big deal now, especially during this pandemic. Other than that, infrastructure and telecommunication, they used to inspect where difficult to reach area, so you can use drone to do the inspection faster and safer. Because safety is, I think, is very important, especially in that industry. Other than that, security and surveillance, I think government, our armed forces and police use that a lot, especially now. Then you can see that in the news that they use it to one for public safeties and also for border patrol. And then we also see that they started to use for delivery also. So you can see company like Amazon, DHL using it for delivery. And then a lot of in air mobility also, to transport people to move around faster and cheaper and safer. And lastly, they are also used for environmental monitoring.
Interesting. No, it's so cool. A lot of the clients say, you got a client do drone industry. What drone? I said, I don't know the brand, but it's not the typical drone that you see on the street. So I was saying, it's like, Papa, can the drone carry people? I said, eventually it will, given the
Yeah. And then when you talk about using drone for surveillance, now I remember that during this COVID time, there were drones circling around SS2 where I stay. So when I was doing my walk, then I realized that, hey, perhaps they are doing surveilling on the whether people are observing SOPs or not lah. So these are the people walking or doing morning walk at the park was talking about and all that. Wow. So it's amazing.
We will see the drones with the police traffic light, the police light on top circling.
Actually, they have the one with loudspeaker now, that they can make announcement. The police is using it now. Yeah.
Oh, all right. No longer the police patrol car and then putting the loudspeaker and going kawasan perumahan.
Yeah, no, they use drone.
Okay, that's also amazing. Okay, so I have a next question. It's that now with the industry, the drone industry booming, does it mean that there will be a lot of job opportunities in this industry? Just say, more drone pilots are required. And also, can a commercial pilot, the ones that fly planes, be a drone pilot as well? So could you share with us what is the career path like, being in this industry? What are the options?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I have to be frank here. My opinion, some may not agree with it on the needs of drone pilots, because we're talking about commercial pilots. Of course, we need like the licensed one to carry like 100 to 300 lives on board. But for drone pilots, to tell you the truth, most of these drones will be fully autonomous, which means that almost completely no need of your human intervention. We just need to give some inputs on our flight plan, and the drones will do the rest. So you just need to program and start the fly and goes off and do what you're supposed to do and come back. So as a lean company like AECA, we hire and grow talent of various education as well as working background, where they'll be taught on how to pilot from multi-rotor drones that you want, the ones that you see, Nino, right? So the big ones like the ones that we have, the fixed wing or the VTOL drones, the ones that can go up to 7 kilometers, 20 kilometers, flying for 90 minutes, whereas the smaller ones are about 30 to 45 minutes. So Some of our team, as a lean company like AECA, we're giving solutions, drone as a tool. So our team members of different background, they can be good at producing videos. Some are professionals at fixing or integrating the drones, and some are expert at data processing. And at the end of the day, they all can fly a drone and remain relevant in industry. So that's what we want to ensure that these talents, there is no redundancy, or we need to retrench them, as they are equipped with multiple skills. So, but maybe Encik Arifin, he wants to add a few more. He's better off in commercial pilot, how they can be absorbed into this drone industry. But as a leader of a lean organization, we look for people of multiple background, not just drone pilots. I know we've been getting a lot of job applications coming in, many training service providers. They say, oh, I've been trained how to pilot this type of drone by this institution. And the best that we can say is very good for you. But we need more than that. We need to carry value so that you won't be redundant.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so as the drone industry grows, so and then also the advancement of technology, now it's so easy to fly a drone. And then we see a lot of drone in the sky now, including for the hobbies, experimental drone and all. So now CAM is already come up with the guidelines, so you need to be a certified drone pilot in the future for you to be able to fly drone. Aside from the hobby market, or hobbies, so that one you need to stay away. You fly near the field, stay away from the properties and all. So now, I think within 2 years' time, there will be a license, or the drone pilot need to be certified. But the usage of drone grows a lot, So now, let's say in the agriculture, so they use autonomous drone to spray, the pesticide, fertilizer, and then like us, we provide a very specialized service in terms of health analysis. So then we can advise on where do you need to spray more fertilizer or more pesticide. So of course, you can have a career, like flying from the smallest drone, like doing videos, up to flying a bigger surveillance drone that can fly 24 hours. But get certified, and of course you can, and it's a good thing that if you are certified, you can also work internationally, because I think all the countries and the authorities like FAA, IASA, all required drone pilots to be certified.
Yeah, yes, kind of makes sense to me now. Yeah, because Pandu creator also needs license. Fly commercial airplane license. Accountant also need license. So now drone pilots also must be licensed. Yes, makes sense. To ensure they are properly trained to operate for safety reasons and all. Yes. Okay, that's great. Yeah.
And it's true, even I tried the DJI drone, it's not so easy. I think without any training, it can be very scary, because I used to work in a real estate firm those times. We will go and take project. When the drone fly high, the moment the wind, I can see the drone like, oh my God. And it's so scary to see it like dropping down. So I think that having this kind of thing flying around and not drop on people's head, and also on safety, I think is important. Sometimes they might do all this and they can just bang onto, like, that's why I think when we go to certain heritage site, that they don't allow even the normal drones, because of the danger of damaging the assets, as well as all these preserved things. It's true. It's not so easy, So when my son said he wanted to try, I said, no. I also cannot count him. You better don't fly this. After you hit the electrical wire, habis.
I mean, it's not only that. I mean, they need to have a guideline where they have to respect people's privacy. You know, that's one of the main issue being discussed, that people shouldn't be allowed to just fly drone anywhere, anytime. Something comes up, you know.
Yeah, it can be trespassing as well, you know, if they go into inside other people's property. Yeah. Which is true. Which is true.
Agree. Yes.
So given this huge industry that is I can also see it coming. Like, where do AECA see this drone industry in the next 5 years? You know, what are your strategies to remain resilient as well as to remain relevant in this kind of troubling time?
I think drone is drone are here to stay, I think. So because the benefit of using drone is it's huge. You know, you can save time, and then you can make the work safer. So we see that we want to be the preferred drone solution provider in this region. You know, so we focus on skill development and then development of artificial intelligence for our software and security and surveillance. And also we see there's growth that you can provide unique solutions that's better, faster, safer, and also affordable. Maybe Erina want to add something.
Well, definitely we like our people, homegrown experts. The team that we have, we are very selective. We don't look at their academic background only. The first thing that we look at is their attitude, how they approach things, how they collaborate with their teammates, not only internally, externally, because as a lean company, we have a lot of part-timers, we have a lot of experts where we could not afford to hire for full-time. So they need to be able to have that interpersonal skills to communicate effectively and to get the job done. So those are the things that it has to be homegrown. They can be, we have our team locally grad and from overseas. And these people, we grow and we task them, we empower them. We tell them that, look, this is the directions that we are looking at. One could be expert in construction, the other in oil and gas, the other in mining, and so forth. And these people are the leaders of their industry, and they'll be the drone industry specialists. And our people are empowered to speak to our clients. They don't depend on us only. And they are also empowered to speak to our principals, who can come from America and England, Germany, and Australia, from all parts of the world. So yeah, that's how we envision the company to be in the next 5 years. Our homegrown talents who dare to speak, who dare to make the decision, who dare to shake the world. So that's how I at least foresee the company will be in 5 years' time. Yeah.
You know, we all are being accountants, right? Accountants, we always like numbers. So can you give roughly like the growth in the next 5 years, and how much is maybe this industry is roughly worth? If you could give us some preview or some numbers to look into.
If I
You know, the generally in the industry,
yeah, I would say
from Malaysian industry, yeah. Okay.
It's so huge. So it's very important to find out where is your niche is going to be. As you know, you said it for yourself, the drones do not come cheap, especially the specialized one. Not only the drones, the technology, and also the payloads, the cameras that it carries. Like I mentioned to you that our security, the surveillance is like at least 1 million ringgit. So to achieve at least 500 million in 5 years, it's possible. So that's only for us portion. We're not talking about the entire Malaysia or the world. And as you know, AECA is not only serving Malaysia, we are serving our ASEAN region as well. So like I mentioned to you, if you start with the company with being small or micro, you'll stay there. But if you have a vision to grow big, you better lay down a solid foundation today. Yeah.
So audience is a 500 million industry. 500 million.
I think that's in Malaysia alone. But if you look at the finance report from the big finance company, right, it's between 50 to 100 billion.
Wow.
Internationally, if you look at from their report.
Wow,
very
wow.
exciting.
It's very huge.
Yeah, it's a sunrise. It's a sunrise industry.
Yes, sunrise, correct.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys will stay with us, yeah?
We want to catch up and go with you.
500 million. We hope we can serve you up to 500
Don't
million.
run away, yeah?
Dia sama. And then I think there was one part that you spoke about that really actually jive with me when you talk about you empowered your people, your talent to a level where they can speak to the principals, speak to the customers and all. This is so relevant for my industry and my company as well, and that is always how I communicate with my staff. I said that you are an accountant, you are a professional. Stand up, make an opinion. Yeah. So sometimes they are good, they are really good at what they are doing, but communicating it across and to be able to stand that and be that with client and all that, it's a training and it's a culture that needs to be developed. So I am really happy to hear that developing the talents that they can stand for themselves and speak their areas of expertise.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes to say, to envision it is easy, but to actually execute it might take some time. It's it's always for me to implant that in your head. What is your responsibility as a leader? If you're a boss, you just expect that to be done, get that things done for me. But as a leader, you have no choice, but you need to spend more time and to have a clear communication what is expected. Sometimes we sit in, let's sit in for a discussion. Now it's always VC and VC with which country at what time, and myself and Arifin, we can be in the VCs, but it'll just end there. So it's always best to bring the industry expert, our surveying engineers especially, to sit in, to listen, for them to actually ask questions. So when they sit in and when they take up the challenge, and we encourage them to read, be resourceful enough to build their confidence, then you'll see results gradually, slowly but surely. But that I believe that's one of most effective method, rather than sending for trainings just for a day and they come back and then you ask, what do you learn from that training? You're still the same.
Yeah. Nothing like experiencing it themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
Everybody
what I
makes mistake. Yeah, everybody makes mistake, but you learn from it. As long as you have that good attitude to improve, to continuously improve yourself, then I think we'll build more talents along the way. Yeah, local talents.
Okay, that's amazing. And then, looks like we don't have any question from the floor. Let's do a wrap up. Is there any word of advice for those who are interested, to dive into this drone industry, or want to ride the waves, of this sunrise industry? Do you have any words of advice for them? for these people out there?
For us, well, we started small. The limitation of the capital, like any other businesses, whether it's a cafe, whether you're running a fashion business or anything at all. So whatever it is, we always need to look it at a bigger picture. Like for us, like the drone industry, a sunrise industry, we need to look at this drone industry in a bigger picture. It'll be like your mobile phone now, where everybody one day would own their own drone for various applications. So identify that driving factor to keep you going when things get tough, because people will say 500 million industry or 30 billion industry. Yeah, it's very promising if you would like to have that piece of cake, but you need to know what is your driving factor, because it won't be easy. People will backstab you, people will try to bring you down, so this is the sunrise industry, and the technology is going at light speed. Be versatile and dynamic without losing the direction on what we want to contribute back to the ummah, like for us, to the ummah or the society. Last but not least, don't ask which job position I should be applying for, but start by asking yourself what problems that I want to solve. Or with this in mind, you'll remain relevant in any industry, whether it's florist or anything. You have that in mind, you remain that relevant. The society would need you, and when you have that in mind, like what problems that you want to solve, then you'll become the solution. You'll be providing solution first, then the rewards will come second.
Great.
Yeah, that's great.
How about you,
Alex, yeah.
Is there anything you want to add in, Encik Arifin?
I think Erina sums this up already.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing, Tengku Erina says, what problems do I want to solve? That reminds me of a saying, right? Don't ask what the country can do for you. Ask what you can do for the country. It's coming from contribution. What can you give first? So yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I forgot who said that, but one of the
Nelson Mandela.
One of the great leaders.
Abraham Lincoln, when he founded America or something.
Yeah. I know it's a very Yes, that's right. But tapi dah lupa siapa. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I think that's true for all businesses. I mean, all the business owners that we work with is always coming from what are the problem or challenges in the industry, and how can I close the gap? Just like how we started in Intune, people having number problem, we became a number doctor, and every industry, I can imagine when you guys were saying, every drone in every house, it's almost like Steve Jobs saying that everyone have a computer in their house. So I think going forward with how evolution of everything will be, converting the roof and having drone piloting or launching from their roof, will be fun, just like car.
There are quite a few who wanted to go to that branch of drone services where they do the drone delivery. So it's possible you're going to have drone delivery, or you want to send something to your mother or father now, the PKP or MCO, you don't know when it's going to end. So you might have your own drone and send your barang there. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Remind me of sending barang. Okay, too controversial. Not going to talk here. Okay. And then I think as for me, I think I would like to thank Tengku Erina and Encik Arifin so much. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us and with the audience. And also the audience, thank you so much for being with us. And then, and have a chit chat on this Tuesday evening.
Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, and signing off. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Intune Outsourcing is providing you a full scope of accounting from A to Z, exactly like an accounting department with a CFO, but not based in your office. Intune enters supplier invoices into accounts payable and do reconciliation with suppliers to make sure that our records are correct. Intune also processes payments to suppliers, staff, and expenses, updating sales invoices into accounts receivable, including collection received, providing statement of accounts to clients so that they can collect and chase money from their customers, providing the financial reports, including but not limited to profit and loss, balance sheets, cash flow, debtors and creditors aging, advisory and financial coaching, including presentation of accounts, highlighting key areas and key analytics to improve and grow clients' businesses. At the year end, we represent our clients to work with their auditors and tax agents for compliance matters. Intune also represent our clients to deal with different bodies and agencies such as Income Tax Office, Customs Department, EPF, SOCSO, and other authorities for matters relating to finance, business, and HR. So if you're still facing accounting problems, you'll need a professional like Intune to help you. Well, get Intune to fine-tune your decisions.